Welcome back to the Glacier Guys podcast. I'm Ethan Halesha.
And I'm Joey Fernandez.
And today we have a very special guest. We have Ethan Campagna from the Moraine basketball team. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. I see you're a sophomore guard. Is this your second year playing at Moraine?
Yes, this is my second year playing at Moraine.
Gotcha.
So what made you want to play basketball in college?
I think just the overall social aspect of it. I wanted to be part of a team, and just always being involved, playing a sport is just better doing something after school instead of just being lazy. So playing basketball is really cool.
And then, so were you recruited out of high school, or did you kind of just come to the open tryout here?
No, I was not recruited. I wasn't even planning on playing, but I just walked on and tried out, so it worked out for me.
Did some of your did you have friends on the team? Did that convince you, or?
No, I actually knew nobody actually really coming into the school, so I met a lot of people.
So would you say that everyone on the team knows each other pretty well, or still trying to get in?
No, yeah. By this time, we're all friends. We're boys, so it's cool.
What would you say are some of the biggest differences between high school and college basketball?
I think just the whole overall aspect of it is just athletes are just 10 times bigger, faster, stronger. It's just a whole nother level. 3-point line is spaced out, so it's way deeper. Shot clock, just the whole go around.
Do you feel like you've got the adjustment down since you've already played a year, or are you still working on it?
I mean, honestly, unless you're a really high-level player, you're just going to keep adjusting no matter what. You're going to keep learning new things. So I think I'm just learning as I go,
Okay.
You never really have it.
Gotcha. Yeah. When did you guys start off-season stuff this year?
Off-season, we started right away when we started over the summer, so we started pretty early this year. But last year, I don't think we really even had an off-season. So
really?
So as soon as school started, we picked it up. So we've been pretty good on off-season.
Gotcha.
Okay. Is there any specific parts that you're working on for your games in general?
My game is I'm mostly a shooter, so I'm just trying to go in there, hit some threes, extend my range a little bit, and just trying to play my role.
Gotcha. I know that this year there's kind of a mandatory vaccine going on for athletes. Did that cause any issues for your guys' team this year?
No, I don't think that caused any issues at all. I think the mentality for our players was a lot of kids would rather play basketball than do anything else. So, if we have to get the vaccine, so be it, we want to play.
Gotcha.
Okay. How would you say last season went in general?
Last season we only had 9 games, so we were kind of not underprepared, but with COVID and everything, you really couldn't get in the gym and do all that. But we did pretty good for only having 9 games and just a couple practices, but it was promising for this season. So
I was about to ask about the off season before. So you said you guys only had a couple practices before your first game?
Well, that was in prime COVID, so we really couldn't do anything. And then we actually had our season in the spring, and basketball is a winter sport. So
right.
So yeah.
So you guys had the pod system for practice, right?
Kind of. It was only 3 people could come in the gym.
Oh,
Is that what you're talking about? The
yeah,
pod
yeah,
system?
yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Did they just divide them by positions, or how did that work?
I kind of don't remember doing the whole. We just kind of just had 3 people come in or whatever. We just, I don't know.
Do you feel that affected the team a lot, as far as chemistry and stuff like that?
Chemistry, not really. It was just we just wanted to play, So
yeah.
But now coming in this season, we're more determined because all right, we got a season. Let's do this thing
for sure.
What would you say are some of the team's goals for this upcoming season?
Our team goals are definitely to win. We have a jamboree on actually this Saturday, so we want to win that. We want to just win every single game on our schedule. Why?
Yeah. Do you have any sort of individual goals for the season, or are you just going out to play?
Individual, I just want to play my role. Anything I can do to bring to the team, and we can win. Being on a winning team is always fun, no matter if you're dropping 50 or whatever. You want to win.
Exactly.
It's a good attitude to have.
So we kind of touched on this earlier, but how would you describe the team chemistry this year?
Oh, it's really good because in practice, we're pushing each other every single day. We're going at it. On the court we're not friends, but off the court, we're best buddies. So
oh yeah, for sure.
It's it's cool.
Describe the relationship you and your coaches have with the coaching staff, or you and your teammates have with the coaching staff.
The coaches want to see the players succeed as much as the players want to succeed themselves. They want to see us get to the next level. I mean, winning means a lot to them, but they kind of want to get us like scholarships to play D3, D1. But so that's big for them.
What kind of coaching style do you think would you describe it as coming from them?
I think it's more like cutthroat.
Okay.
We like to run the ball, break. It's a lot of screaming, yelling, but they'll tell you what to do. They won't lie to you.
Yeah, they're just pushing you.
Yeah, they're good coaches. So.
Exactly. We talked briefly about like how COVID. You guys had to practice in groups of 3 last year, right? So are there any like similar regulations like that this year? Like, do you guys have to practice with masks on, or how does that work?
We're kind of like full throttle this year. The only thing is we have to wear masks. That's literally it. Everything else we can do.
So during practice, you guys still have to wear masks.
Yeah.
And then what about during games?
I think just the starting 5 can take it off.
Okay.
And the bench has to wear a mask, but I'm not sure yet. So.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you plan on playing basketball after Moraine?
I mean, that'd be cool, but I don't really plan it. I'm thinking of going to a big university, so I doubt I'd be able to play.
Mm-hmm. Did you gain a year of eligibility playing with last year?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Since COVID, everybody has like another year of eligibility, so yeah.
So would you plan on staying here for another year and playing?
I mean, that'd be cool, but I think I'm ready to move on, take on another chapter, but that'd be cool to play another year.
Gotcha. All right. I think that should be good for the Moraine basketball side of things. So we could get into a little bit of NBA. What are your expectations for the Bulls this year?
I mean, as a Chicago fan, as a Bulls fan right now, my expectations are just to be better than they were last year. I'm not looking for, a ring right away, but as long as we show a promising season this year, it'll be really cool to see and like add on and build and build hype.
I think I agree with you there. I think a good prediction to give would be like a 6 seed, maybe, like a 4th or 5th at best.
Well, I'm thinking higher, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I can get with that.
Right.
I'm definitely hoping for like a 5 seed. That's that would be like just perfect.
Yeah, I think with the Sixers probably losing Ben Simmons, that could also help us out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just it's tough. It's tough to like predict because none of them have played together yet. But I mean, it's
see what we did to the Cavs though.
The talent's there though, for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think they could just space the floor out really well. Just like they have so many good passers. I feel like this year. You know what I mean?
Definitely. It's a very unselfish team. I think Zach's definitely the alpha, but I think everyone else is willing to dish it off to whoever.
Yeah, we got so many helping pieces to the team that Zach doesn't have to carry like the full load.
Exactly.
Right.
Because there was a lot of times last year where I felt like he was just chucking sometimes,
he was tired.
because he was the only guy on the floor who could get a bucket in the 4th quarter, it felt like sometimes. So it's nice to know that DeMar and Lonzo are there and take some of the pressure off of him.
For sure. And you said we don't need a ring to be happy this year, you know what I mean? And I honestly, that's not realistic, I don't think. But
from where they've been lately, I think a playoff berth is just fine with me.
Right.
Yeah. Even if we do end up like losing first round or something, that would just we need improvements.
Yeah, and they're only gonna keep getting better after this year anyway, because they still have some young players that could definitely get better, like Patrick Williams and Kobe White. So it's just nice to know they have somewhat of a future,
Mm-hmm. And then, like, with the new additions and everything, I think Alonzo Ball is a perfect, like, facilitator of the floor to have on your team.
Yeah, he's perfect to play with Zach LaVine, in my opinion, because he's not the kind of guy who needs to take a lot of shots, and Zach is kind of a volume shooter sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Who would you say is your favorite, like, addition this offseason?
I mean, my favorite is definitely Alex Caruso. But, yeah, I definitely like
love it.
Lonzo for sure. He's going to... We needed a point guard, and, we got a point guard.
We needed a starting point
guard. And I think Kobe White off the bench is going to do phenomenal because, he's going to be he's going to be a nice 6-man.
We've seen him come off the bench before and produce, like, really well. So I think he fits that role just, like, that complements his game so well.
Yeah, it feels like him and Zach didn't play that well together. I don't know. I feel like they kind of need to run their own offense, like, different units. So
I agree.
I like that they got
Having him out there kind of
facilitator.
leading the second unit, I think that's
Right.
like perfect.
True.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. I
And
feel
then-
like he could dominate against most backup point guards.
And then we haven't even talked about DeMar DeRozan. You know,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, he's been consistently like
a
a
playoff
great.
or
Mhm.
not a playoff. He's kind of been like consistently an all-star.
No, yeah,
I feel
exactly.
like.
He's been one of the best 20-point scorers in the NBA for a while now, but he's just kind of gone under the radar, especially when he went to the Spurs. So
for sure.
yeah.
Because that's not really like a star-studded run. Like, you know what I mean?
No, yeah. I mean,
just the way they run their offense.
he averaged a quiet 20 last year on very efficient shooting. So I mean, I don't see any reason he couldn't do it here, especially with more guys on the perimeter that he'll have less attention on him. So
Exactly, especially in the East. I mean, compared to the West, you know what I mean. I feel like you just get overshadowed in that conference in general.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, a guy like Alex Caruso is kind of an underrated pickup also, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure, no doubt.
Just with a scoring aspect, and he's kind of also like a spark plug as far as kind of like the way Kobe White is, where you could just come out
True.
and have some big games when you really don't expect him to.
Who was our fifth starter the other night? It
Our fifth
was
starter.
Green. It was DeJounte
Jami-
Green.
okay.
Yeah,
Or-
yeah. Jamichael or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. He's solid too. Also,
Where did we get him from?
he was on the Grizzlies before. I'm not sure what team he was on last year, but
Okay.
he's a solid player. He's been in the NBA for a decent amount of time now. He's a solid veteran. I don't mind him at all either. But I mean, I think we just have two solid units overall. To be honest
Yep.
with you.
From what I saw, everybody thought like the biggest downfall for the Bulls was gonna be like their defense, but playing against the Cavs, you know, I saw a lot of blocks, steals, kind of like a lot of grit from the team, and Green kind of brought that from the power forward position because he was subbed in for, or not subbed in, but he was playing for Patrick Williams because he was injured. So but I saw a lot of energy on defense, and
Yeah, and then Lonzo, I mean, if in his career he's averaged like a steal and a half per game for a point guard.
Yeah.
So that's
Lonzo's really solid on defense.
for sure.
I think that'll help out Zach a lot because while he's improved on defense, he's still not all that great. But that's not his game anyway. And I think Patrick Williams is only going to get better on defense also with just
yeah,
instincts
Pat
and
will.
stuff.
I mean, for sure.
Because he's just lanky.
Yeah,
in
he's a big
general,
dude,
So,
yeah.
So I think he's as soon as he starts to get more like knowledge of the game and stuff like that, he's only going to get better with time. So
Might bring us back to the Tom Thibodeau days.
yeah.
Allowing under 90 points a game or whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Vucevic is definitely not a strong point on defense, but
No.
but
as long as
I
we
forgot
have
about Vooch. Yeah.
yeah, we have guys around him, I think we'll be just fine.
Yeah, I mean, just with all these additions, it's kind of like we have a new team. It's weird,
Yeah.
like how
Yeah.
many moves we made.
Yeah, just like seeing all these different guys in the uniform is just odd. Like it's weird not seeing Ryan Arcidiacono and
Archie, yeah.
Is he still
guys
on
like
the
that.
Bulls or no?
I don't
Nah,
think
I don't think so.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It's
I hope
just
not.
it's just he's a solid gritty
Yeah,
player.
he's
but,
very gritty for sure.
Do you guys know who the backup center for Bulls is?
I want to say it's Tony Bradley, who's not anything crazy, but I know he's a solid defender, so that's not too bad to have for the second unit. It's not. Yeah, it's Tony Bradley. But we also have a guy like Troy Brown who has some upside. He's really athletic. He was a first-round pick not that long ago. And then we got Ayo Dosunmu from Illinois, who's the National Player of the Year in college.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a huge draft pick.
yeah, he's a solid player all around. He can dish the ball, he can shoot a little bit, and he plays solid defense. So.
We took him. What was it? Early in the second round.
Yeah, early in the second.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think top 10 in the second round, if I'm not.
Yeah, I think he was
mistaken.
somewhere like in the low 30s overall.
I hope he plays and gets in because Bulls have like kind of a record of not like kind of playing their rookies. I know they played Patrick Williams last year, but overall they just kind of like shade their rookies away until they,
for
Yeah.
sure.
We also have I struggle at saying his name. It's Marko Simenovich.
Okay.
Who we drafted not too long ago. And he didn't come over to the U.S. right away, but now he's over
He's an
here.
overseas guy, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's 6'11",
Lengthy,
220.
Yeah, that guy.
He's pretty solid. I actually like him a lot. I'm curious to see what he is because the overseas guys you can never really predict.
Yeah,
what
he was
they're
in
gonna
a
be.
couple games last year. He could
Yeah.
shoot. He's kind of skinny, but he's pretty good.
I would
So,
bet on us being one of the younger teams. We have 2 players over 30 only. Our oldest player is DeMar DeRozan, and he's 32 years old.
Yeah, exactly. We have a
That's crazy how young our team is.
yeah,
I'm
we have
just
a lot of
looking-
young players. We have a guy like Stanley Johnson who like was a recent draft bust, but I mean he's cool to have, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean I don't have much to comment on his game, but he's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. And with I really like Billy Donovan at head coach. I think
No,
he's
yeah.
like the perfect guy for that.
He's a good coach. He did a good job with the Thunder, and then back in the day with the Florida Gators,
Mhm.
leading them to national championships. So, I mean, I like him. He's got pedigree, and we have him for a decent amount of time with the contract he signed. So,
Mhm.
I'm
Seems
pretty
like
excited.
he's a really good player coach. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
What was I gonna say? It's just funny on Twitter just seeing the lineups or the starting lineups from like 4 or 5 years ago, where the only recognizable names Robin Lopez.
Yeah.
Those were the down
Yeah.
bad Bulls days. Those,
Yeah, not the best of times.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Those games were definitely hard to watch. That's for sure.
I literally I tried.
Yeah.
I just
I feel like
couldn't
the
watch
last
it.
time Bulls really had hype was since Derrick Rose. I mean,
yeah, it was
honestly.
about
the
it.
Derrick Rose and Jimmy Butler years.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jimmy Butler. When D Wade, Rondo too. But
Oh,
they
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
That
That was
was-
just kind of like
I was
a-
about to bring that up. That was like my last good memory from the Bulls is when they were
Yeah.
up 2-0 on the number 1 seed Celtics.
Celtics, and then they lost.
And then Rondo got
Isaiah-
hurt and they dropped
Yup.
4 straight.
playoff
Isaiah
Rondo,
Thomas.
man.
Honestly, playoff Rondo. So yeah, I mean, my hopes are. I'm not gonna try to get them up too high because like you said, none of these players have really played together for a while. So, but I think we could be a mid-tier like playoff team in the
Yeah,
East.
I think we could definitely be one of those teams that are scary to the higher seeds. Like, man, maybe
Right.
we can get upset,
Yeah.
So I like that. I like the potential of potentially winning like a series, maybe 2 at best. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's like we have a star team, but so it have teams have
Yeah.
a bunch of
Yeah. And
superstars
then
like the
it's
Nets.
just
And then
super
you look
team
at the
league,
Nets and
yeah.
it's like.
That's what I'm saying. That's where it gets tough.
Right.
Like, we need that. I think we need that one.
Even the
that,
Bucks, you know
that
what
extra
I mean?
superstar or someone else to develop a little more for us
Yeah.
to be able to really compete.
Yeah, but like I said, we're young, so we'll see in a couple of years.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that should do it.
Yeah.
Ethan, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. This was fun.
Yeah. Thanks
Of course. If you guys want to check this episode out, you can go to the Glacier. It will be posted there. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.